Hey, thanks for tuning in. You guys remember me? I am Aaron from All the Way Up Crypto, if you forgot. Sorry guys, I kind of took a little time off. Just, I don't know. Things got a little bit busy and football was winding down for me as a coach. And I got busy with my photo booth business. And not that I didn't stay up to date on stuff. I mean, I didn't just tap out from crypto. I just didn't have time to really digest certain things and put it all together for you. Before I get started into some information and stuff, I do want to, for those of you who may or may not know or follow Bix Weir, his son had committed suicide. So Bix, if you happen to watch this, my heart goes out to you, man. I don't have any words for you. There's nothing anybody could say or do. But your family's definitely in our thoughts and prayers, and feel bad for you, man. So, if you guys know Bix, go ahead, give him a little shout out or post something on one of his YouTube videos or send him an email. I'm sure he's overwhelmed, but regardless, at times like this, it's good to feel loved and cared for and taken care of. So if you need anything, Bix, hit me up, I guess. All right, back into the crypto world land. So it was about 2 weeks ago, Giancarlo, crypto daddy from the CFTC. By the way, it's cold here in Pennsylvania. It is freezing. This morning it was 28 degrees and it was snowing. Regardless, our buddy Chris Giancarlo basically admitted that they, at CFTC, that they wanted to put in futures markets to pop the Bitcoin bubble. Well, I mean, I'll buy a certain amount of that's what they did, and it had an effect on the markets, because you can look at when they did it to gold, what happened to it. It kind of tamed the price of gold. I don't know, like, let markets be free, let people make their own mistakes, and if they do it, they do it. You just don't want people getting scammed. So, whatever, it is what it is. I just hate that we have regulators trying to tell us what we can and can't do. It frustrates me a lot. So, anyway, hopefully that all changes down the road. Bitcoin dropped below 9K today. Yeah, that's a good time to buy. Dollar cost average in. That's not financial advice. It's just, if you are going to do it, that's probably a better way to do it. I still think we're going to drop down somewhere between 4,200 and like 5,700, somewhere around there. Just because of because we blasted through that support area, and I think we need to come back down and fill that up a little bit before May. Okay, so May is the halving of Bitcoin, right? We're going to go from 12.5 Bitcoin to 6.25 for the reward, which is, that's a lot. And I fully suspect, because it'll be more expensive now to recoup the money or recoup what is being spent to create a Bitcoin. And this is what's so beautiful about Bitcoin and proof of work. If you have not read the white paper and haven't been able to connect the dots, then you need to do it. Because as the halving happens and the rewards are less, that means there's less Bitcoin to go around for the people that want to get involved with it. So the supply is going to be cut in half as far as the newly created supply. Satoshi Nakamoto was actually 100% right. The guy must have been a genius in economics and technology and trying to maintain a level of privacy and stuff. Because he's exactly right. The price of any commodity will gravitate towards its production price. So what that tells me is, if, you know, the production price of Bitcoin when it bottomed out was right around 3K to create one Bitcoin. So that's how much it would cost in electricity, basically, for you to create one Bitcoin. what's it going to cost when, you're only getting half as many Bitcoin for your reward? Where does that put the next low point? So it's almost like a built-in pricing mechanism, so to speak. So I imagine in 8 years, maybe the lowest Bitcoin could be, I don't know. What was the low point in 2016 before it took off again after the halving? And then it climbed up to 20K, short of the miners sold off so you had money to get them through to the next halving. At least that's the theory behind it, which is a pretty decent theory in my opinion. What else has been going on? Komodo's pushing hard with their atomic DEX. So hopefully that gets, out there sooner rather than later and can be adopted by the masses to trade with and get off these centralized exchanges. November 18th, that's a good day to put in your calendar. Those of you that are familiar with the MakerDAO token and how it works with creating the DAI stablecoin. Multi-collateral DAI will be going live November 18th. It's 10 days away. And you're going to be able to use Basic Attention Token and Ethereum. And there's about 6 or 7 other coins/tokens that are on the table from what I understand. Bitcoin being one of them, obviously. So imagine people locking this stuff up. It's going to take more off the table. So what a great way to be able to spend your money, right? Your wealth, your store of wealth, be able to borrow against it and do stuff that you want to do with it. That's what the rich people do. They get enough stuff, okay, and then they borrow against it. They borrow against their assets. That's what they do. It's a fantastic way to maintain your wealth, because you don't want to be like, oh, hey, I have 10 Bitcoin and it's worth $100,000 each, so I got $10 million or whatever. You don't want to spend that. Why not borrow against it and put it into maybe residual income paying opportunities, whether you're putting it into proof of stake coins, the multi-collateral DAI. They're changing some of the terminology, so you won't be putting it in a collateralized debt position, you'll be putting it in a vault. But they're also adding a savings account option, so you can store your DAI, lock it up, and I think the minimum, they said, because it's kind of hard to tell with a lot of this stuff, the minimum the interest would be is 2%. And there's other places you can stick stable coins right now and get higher interest, like Celsius Network. So that's something to consider doing down the road. Sounds like China's going to be creating their own digital currency. I don't blame them. But again, it'll be run by the government, which is not good. But if it's able to be exchanged with the other world cryptocurrencies like Bitcoin and stuff, then hey, now we just got this huge mishmash potluck good stuff. There's a little bit of stuff that people don't like to eat, like fiat monetary systems. So, what else have I been keeping up on? I don't know. I guess pretty much it. So, hopefully you guys are Digibyte. Yeah. Hey, you Digibyte people, I freaking love you. Anytime I post a video about Digibyte, you guys are all over it. It's probably my highest viewed videos, and I love it because you guys are great, and hopefully it helps you guys out. Digibyte just keeps plugging along. They are gaining more liquidity on more exchanges, and the interesting thing to me is the price hasn't really moved much. It did go up to a little over 100 Satoshi level, and now it's back down in the 70s. So it dropped, went up, whatever, 35, 40%, whatever, dropped down, 25, 30%. great time to get some more Digibyte, guys. It's such a great blockchain with multiple things going on with it, and they're adding, fungibility layers to it down the road. You have Digi Assets, you have Digi ID, you can sign documents digitally. I mean, there's a lot of good things with Digibyte. It ain't going nowhere. It's been around for 5 years now, so think about it. All right, well, until we meet again, stay crypto, my friends. Peace.